Hola, yo soy Angélica and I would like to be your Spanish teacher. Today, we will start to learn one of the most difficult things in Spanish, verbs. So, in Spanish, we have regular and irregular verbs. But today, we're going to start to learn the regular verbs. Well, three aspects about regular verbs in Spanish. First, the regular verbs follow a rule to modify their conjugation. Los verbos regulares siguen una regla para modificar su conjugación. Es decir, we are going to follow a rule to make the conjugation, okay? Then the verb has a raíz. Raíz. I need that you learn this word because when we are going to do the conjugation, I'm going to say sometimes what is the raíz of the verb or something like that. Well, the verb has a root and a personal ending that marks the gender and number. Do you remember what gender is? Well, gender is when we talk about if something is femenino or masculino in Spanish. And number is like 1, 2, 3. It's plural or singular, okay? Plural or singular. And finally, in Spanish, there are 3 groups of regular verbs. So let's see some examples of these groups and let's learn together. Let's start with the first group of verbs in Spanish. Vamos a empezar con el primer grupo de verbos en español. Primer grupo, grupo 1. We call first group or verb of the first group to all the verbs that ending in R. Verbs that ending in R. R. For example, trabajar, contar, iniciar, soñar. All these verbs ending in R. Trabajar, to work. Contar, to tell. Iniciar, to start. Soñar, to dream. So let's see how we can do the conjugation of these verbs because they have the same conjugation. So let's see. Here I have all the pronouns in Spanish. Do you remember the pronouns? Well, like I, you, he, she, you, but this usted is the formal way, is the formal of to. Nosotros, masculino, nosotras, femenino, vosotros. Remember that vosotros is from Spanish of Castellano, from Spain, but in my Spanish, for example, in Latin America or South America, we don't use this pronoun. We don't use it. No, we never used it. But okay. And we have ellos, ellas, masculino, femenino, and ustedes. This is the formal way, the plural of the formal way of to. Okay? Well, now we have termination. These verbs, the verbs that ending in are, have a termination according to the pronoun. ¿Sí? Tienen una terminación en la conjugación de acuerdo al pronombre. So, for example, para el pronombre yo, the verb has to ending in O. Termination, for example, para el pronombre yo, el verbo tiene que terminar en O, tú, in as, él, ella, usted, a, nosotros, nosotras, amos, vosotros, ais, ellos, ellas, ustedes, am. So, let's see how we can do this conjugation. So let's do trabajar. Let's do the conjugation of the verb trabajar in Spanish. So let's see. The verb is trabajar. 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 To work. So, la raíz, do you remember the word raíz? We have the termination here. So, La raíz, the root will be all of this, from this until here. So, to do the conjugation, the only thing that we have to do is use the root, usar la raíz with the termination. Yes? For example, let's do with yo. Yo trabajo. This is the root, esta es la raíz, and we need the termination. So, yo, the termination is o, so I put the termination here, and that is yo trabajo. I work. Yo trabajo. Now, let's do with tú. Tú trabajas. And now the termination. You work. Tú trabajas. Yo trabajo. Tú trabajas. Vamos a hacerlo con él. Él trabaja. Nosotros. Determination. Amos. Nosotros trabajamos. Vosotros. Let's see the termination para vosotros. Eyes. So, vosotros trabajáis. Well, I don't have the accent because I'm not from Spain. But well, ellas trabajan. As you can see, the only possible change is here in yo, always ending in o. But in the other case, we have And why? Because all these conjugation and termination are from the verbs of first group. And in this group, the verbs ending in ere. So that's the reason that we have here and a. Okay? Well, let's see the another examples of conjugation of this verb, of these verbs. Now the verbs of the groups number 2. In this group are all the verbs that ending in er. For example, beber, to drink, aprender, to learn, escoger, to choose. As you can see, all these, these 3 verbs ending in er. So, remember that to do the conjugation, the first thing that we need to do is identify what is the termination. For example, here, they ending in er, so they are from the second group of verbs. Now, let's see the termination according to the pronouns. For example, yo, o, again, tú, es. In the first group, where it was as, but in this case is es, hemos, eis, remember the accent mark, and en. So, as you can see, it's almost the same termination, but just change a for e. Well, cambia in the first group, teníamos are. The first group was are, now we have ere. So let's do the conjugation. For example, beber, identify. We need to erase this. And let's see, for example, with tú. Tú, and the termination, tú bebes. Tú bebes, you drink. Aprender, we need to write this. And let's do with nosotros. Nosotros, and let's see, nosotros hemos. Nosotros aprendemos. Nosotros aprendemos. We learn. For example, we learn Spanish. Nosotros aprendemos español. And now we have a phrase, a full sentence in Spanish. Then finally, escoger, to choose. Let's do with, well, vosotros. Let's use vosotros. Vosotros, embrace this, and vosotros escogéis. Vosotros escogéis. Well, my answer is too bad. Well, this is the way we do the conjugation. So you just need to learn these terminations and practice conjugation, and you will learn easy. Let's see. Okay. And now group number 3. In this group we have all the verbs that ending in ir. Ir. Well, even ir is a verb. To go. Well, never mind. And let's see the termination. It's a little irregular, but never mind. So, for example, yo, o, as you can see, for this pronoun, the termination for the 3 groups is the same, okay? Tú, es, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, imos, vosotros, is, ellos, ellas, ustedes, em. So we have here 2 samples, vivir and definir. Vivir, to live, and definir, to define. So, for example, let's do the conjugation of vivir. Yo, I don't need this. So let's do vivir. Yo vi, and don't forget the termination. Yo vivo. I live in Colombia. Yo vivo en Colombia. I live in Colombia. With tú. Tú vives en, I don't know, in Cameroon. Él, ella, ustedes, él vive, I don't know where. Nosotros, nosotras, nosotros vivimos. Ellos, ellas, ustedes viven. They live. En vosotros. Vosotros vivís. I think that. Well, I don't know. We don't use that in our Spanish here. So, and let's do definir. Yo I don't need this. Yo defino. Tú defines. Él. Oh, don't forget the accent marks for these pronouns. Tú, él, define. Nosotros definimos. As you can see, imos, and so on. I don't know if you already realized, but well, let's see. The pronoun tú always has the s in their termination. For the termination for to the pronoun tú, I mean you, has the same termination in the 3 groups, and also it has the s. This pronoun has the same termination that determination to he, she. But what is the difference? To always use the S. And well, here don't need the S. So when you're going to do the conjugation in these groups, for to like make the difference between this pronoun's termination and this pronoun's termination, well, remember that the S is for to and the other. Listo? Okay, I hope you understand. Well, this is all for today. I hope you learned and you enjoyed with the video. Please keep practicing the conjugation of these verbs and research another verbs and learn vocabulary. And well, this is all for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I would like that you write in the comments where are you from, where do you live, but in Spanish, because we learned how to say where we live. For example, I live in Colombia, so where do you live? And thank you so much. Bye bye.